Oh, hello everyone. Welcome to the
Hello.
stream. I am Bree. I am the community manager for Cinti Studios. Very new, started a few weeks ago. Happy to be here. And I'll get everyone else to introduce themselves. We've got a few of the Cinti team with us today. We'll start with Layla.
Oh, thank you for the introduction.
You're welcome.
I am Layla. I was like, who am I? Wait. I am the marketing manager for Cinti. I am usually the person beyond all the social comments, just bantering with everyone. So that's me. And I will hand it over to Cam to introduce himself.
Hello, my name is Cameron. I'm a 3D artist and technical artist at Cinti. So I help out with modeling some of the assets and doing technical support.
Awesome.
Hell yeah.
Cool. And I'm Mike. I've been around since the beginning. I'm the guy that does most of the asset direction stuff. But we've got some exciting stuff to show today, and it's going to be pretty exciting. So hopefully this test goes well, and we can do more of these in the future.
Hell yeah.
So today we're actually doing just a quick test stream to test out equipment, make sure everything's running so we can do some exciting stuff for you all in a few weeks. So essentially we're going to preview a few of the Nature Biome packs today for you all. We're going to give you some teasers, hype you up a little bit, and then we'll take a handful of questions as well. So it's going to be a rather short stream, probably 15 to 30 minutes, but we'll answer as many questions as possible and get you all real excited for what we've got coming. It's super exciting.
Yeah, it's
so we will start off with what should we start with? Let's show tropical, shall we?
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's do it.
go.
Sounds great.
It's so pretty.
Ooh.
It's such a short shot though when you just like once.
It is such a short shot. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll show it one more time, shall I?
Let's play it again. Yeah,
Good
play it
idea.
again. Yeah,
just in case.
Honestly,
that's good.
Good.
Very
good.
nice.
Cool.
Not to be biased or anything, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I like the pirate stuff in there, the little pirate flag and the.
Yeah,
that's really cool. So we've been working on these biome packs for a few months now. We're doing 3 at once. They're kind of there's going to be a series. They're going to be separate. There'll be a bundle. You'll be able to buy the bundle if you want. But there'll be separate packs that are coming out. There's tropical. We've shown them there's tropical swamp and meadows. Now the tropical is kind of like got jungle stuff. So it's like tropical jungle. The swamp one is more like swamp kind of Everglades, and then there's meadow kind of forest. So they've got kind of a few things within each one, but we didn't go too crazy with the kind of like the breadth of it. So we've got some cool stuff in there. There's a lot of like shader tech. There's a lot of like water tech. There's a lot of cool stuff that we've kind of like designed and built, and it's all looking really, really cool. One of the cool things Cam did was he made this little tool that we're going to release for free. It'll be probably on our Discord, but Cam, tell us a little bit about that the wind tool you did. What does that do and how does that work?
So the wind tool basically takes the data from the shaders, from the trees, from the plants, and allows you to change the direction of the wind for all of them at the same time. So instead of having to go into each one and change the wind, it does that for you automatically.
Yeah. It's got like sliders and things, and you can also change like the frequency of the wind. You can change the power of the wind. But it just means you go into a scene, use the tool, and everything changes at the same time. I know there's like, ways you can code this stuff through like, wind parameters and all that, but it's getting quite, like technical at that point. And people may want to do that. They might want to have full weather systems and things like that. But this tool is going to be really easy to use. It's going to be, we'll just post it on our Discord, and it just makes things way easier. If you're just like, I like the scene, but I don't like the fact that it's too windy or the wind's going in a certain direction. So Cam helped design that, and it's a cool little tool.
Yeah, that's really awesome. And I think like there's so much versatility to it. And I saw that Jive said, because he asked in our Discord about the clouds specifically, and now like with the clouds, with the wind, with everything, I think it'll like will bring a lot of like different style to the games. Like it'll actually have a lot of versatility. And yeah, like Jiva's just been asking about the cloud, so I was like, here you go, let's show you.
Well,
Like,
I got some behind me. Here's like an example
Yeah.
of some of them. There's a few different styles we've got overlapped. It's my Windows XP background. But yeah, we've got a few different methods in there for clouds, so you can kind of mix and match. So yeah, it was really important for us to have some flexibility in there within the packs and things like that. So yeah, we're really excited to see what kind of people come up with these. Like mixing and matching these. The fact that they're 3 separate packs means that they can be combined in different ways, and it's going to be very interesting to see how that kind of pans out once they're released. Very exciting.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited to see what people come up with in terms of
yeah.
creating these scenes with all these different, just gorgeous environments.
Oh yes, it'll honestly look so good. I see that Mega Miley has asked a question. She says, does it allow for wind areas? So it's not wind for the entire scene, but actually flowing through the scene?
Currently, the shader does that, doesn't it, Cam? Like it has some.
You could code something to, or you could put stuff on layers, I suppose, to yeah. I wouldn't know off the top of my head if you could do it with the current tools, but you could definitely code it or
So the shader has like noise in there, like wind noise, and it has like wind kind of blowing and like waves and things like that. If you want to go that deep, you're going to need to code that. That's something that's you're going to need to do for your game, because wind zones is certainly not something that your average Joe really needs to worry about. So that's getting pretty advanced, but you should be able to do it in the shader. There is like noise maps and things that are being used to drive a lot of the color and a lot of the wind, and you could potentially set up areas where those noise maps are occluded. So if you wanted to go hard out, you could certainly make that happen.
Awesome.
Cool. And just a quick question from Ian, sorry, here. Is that what's happening with the grass behind Mike?
Yeah, currently so we decided to not use Unity's. We use Unity's terrain, but we're just using meshes for everything. A, they're compatible with Unreal. B, it gives us more control over how they work. If we use Unity's terrain grass, then we're stuck with their terrain system grass, and it's a pretty like lackluster shader. Doesn't look that great. So we've done our own thing. It's kind of like the standard. A lot of other publishers are doing it that way as well. So I think that's kind of like a good way to do it. And also it works easier with like things like Gaia and stuff like that. So we actually use Gaia for a lot of the painting of the scenes and stuff like that as well. But yeah, I think that's all part of the shader. That's what these waves you can see in my background are. It's part of the shader kind of driving that I guess the life through the scene. So a lot of versatility there, but also a lot of variation. So it's a very, very complex shader, but it's pretty cool. Like it's not too complex that you need to go through and fiddle with a whole bunch of stuff, but you can get results quickly. That's kind of the goal here, is to have really fast, easy results, and certainly things that out of the box just work.
Yeah.
Looks super awesome. Should we show off the swamp?
Oh,
yep, let's go for it. Yep,
go.
Absolutely.
Let's see it.
Man.
I think you're definitely going to play it twice.
Oh yeah, I'll play it again.
That's so quick. Yeah.
One more time.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Oh god, honestly,
Yeah,
everyone's loving the frogs.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think the favorite thing from that clip is the frog. It's so cute.
I agree.
Yeah, they're very, very cool. That was Justin's handiwork on that one. One thing we got, it's probably a Cam thing, is like because Cam does a bit of everything. He's like kind of like he's a very mixed bag generalist. But he did a lot of the effigies in that scene. So do you want to tell us a little bit about how you did the designs for those? So for example, that's that thing in the front with the lights hanging off it and like the hands and things.
So I just looked at a lot of kind of existing games and wanted to create more like a foreboding, something that implied if you walk past, you see this lamp and it's got a skeleton hand, just like, what's waiting for me later on, kind of that type of thing. and yeah, just kind of draw the eye as well. Just
And we did actually use some AI. We used some Midjourney for some of the designs, which was kind of funny. You know, we actually did. We just a couple of things came from Midjourney. We just typed in some random stuff and got some random results, and it was kind of cool. So playing around with that was really exciting as well with the production of some of those assets too. So yeah, very cool. Yeah, very fun space.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, interrupt you.
No.
Were these inspired by any specific locations or just pure brain power?
A combination of
Yeah.
things. Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah,
the
that's a good one.
Florida Everglades existing
Yep.
environment. Anaconda.
Ah,
Yeah, Anaconda.
what a
yeah,
classic.
Yeah.
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 And yeah, just as well as
Kind of like Georgia, I
kind
think.
of-
Is it Georgia? It's like down the bottom of America. There's like a whole bunch
Florida.
of places they have.
Florida.
Yeah, it's
Kind of-
Florida, but there's the other one where they've got like the wispy things hanging down. I think that's Georgia.
I can't remember, but I know what you're talking about. I don't know if
Yeah.
it's Georgia, but yeah, not that I'm a.
Atlanta, it might be Atlanta. Yeah, no, Atlanta.
Not that I would know.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, yeah, maybe somewhere around there. Yeah, I'm not too up on the my geo.
Yes.
Yeah, great.
2 states, I think it is. And then things like Hunt and Showdown as well. So yeah, lots and lots of reference there. Even what's the other one? Left 4 Dead 2. You know, so
yeah.
a lot of reference
yeah.
from the games that we play.
Great
is kind of where we draw a lot of our inspiration.
Awesome. Cool. And should we show off the Meadows now? That was our
Yep, I
most
think that's
recent
right.
announced pack.
Yes.
Sounds
Awesome.
great.
Here we go.
So cute.
So
I just,
pretty.
honestly, just want to go frolic through that like for.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
We'll play it once more for everyone.
Yeah, that's cool.
It is
Man, that's
so
nice.
pretty. The colors are gorgeous.
Yeah,
And the
that's really good.
butterflies.
Definitely. I love the little, like, the hint of the little rock with the carving in there.
Yeah.
the runes. Yep.
What could be happening with that?
Yeah, it's a very cool scene. It has a lot of little areas. There's like a birch forest in it. There's some meadows that you can see behind me. So there's a whole bunch of stuff in that scene, which is very exciting to bring forward. And we've basically gone and tried to take what we did in the first Nature and just make it way better on all levels. You know, just kind of redo it. This is a total replacement. You know, this is the next version of Nature, and it's much cooler. It'll work in all the games. You can use it in your sci-fi game, your horror game, your fantasy game. You know, we want to make it so that these are very good compatible assets. It doesn't matter what game you're making, Apocalypse. These are the perfect kind of addition to those games. It was Louisiana. So
Yes.
they posted in the comments.
Yes, yeah, I
That's
saw
the
that.
one.
I was like,
There you go.
Of course.
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, it's a good barbecue there, I've heard.
Awesome.
We have a question. Says, can you tweak the colors of things easily?
Oh, hang on. My headphones went out. What was that?
Thanks, Cam.
Weird. Why do they stop this?
What a great time! Like great timing. It says, can you tweak the colors of things easily? And Cam said yes.
Yeah.
You can.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
Very easy. Yeah. It's got trunks and leaf color tweaking easy. Yeah, most of it's pretty easy. Because it's using our own shaders, it's a little bit simpler than using, say, if it was using Unity Terrain's grass. But yeah, all relatively easy stuff to tweak.
Awesome. Yeah, that's really good.
Is this all new foliage or are some models from the first Nature pack?
Everything's new. There's nothing from the old pack. Yeah, I think there's like maybe some rocks are similar, but like everything's new.
Brand spanking new.
I mean, you could
Absolutely.
You could combine this with the previous Nature pack, and it would still be relatively the same. So we kind of kept it within the same roughly the same art style.
I think so. I think if you wanted to use, say, the old grass, like say you really wanted to use Unity's terrain grass, then just use the old nature for, say, some of that stuff, and then use this for the trees and the bushes and stuff like that. So you could totally mix and match these. It'd be fine. But I think that I don't think you'll need to. I think this is got enough cool new stuff in it that you won't want to. You want to use it. You want to be playing around with these things. I think the old one's a little bit outdated at this point, but it's still a really nice pack.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'll go to some of the questions. We've got new butterflies. Yep, redid those. We've got frogs. We've got what else we have? Dragonflies,
The fireflies.
crabs. Yeah, fireflies. We've got a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Turtles in the ocean. There's a whole bunch.
Which is the best. The turtles are my favorite.
Yeah.
They're so cute.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
Is there a dead tree or branch on the ground?
Branches. There's a few
Yeah,
branches.
there's
around.
yeah. We've got a material for that, and then there's also some mesh ones. They look really cool. We'll show some of that stuff off when we do the full live stream, how you can kind of layer the grounds up. Very, very cool. I think we should probably go through the questions, Bree, from the doc. Otherwise, people will be asking the same questions twice, I think. So we'll go through some of the questions, and I think a lot of the ones you guys are asking, we can already answer.
Probably get answered. Yeah, for sure. So this first one, does the nature pack have some level of LOD support or other stuff to help with performance if it's meant to be used on a large world?
Yeah, so everything's got LODs. So the trees, I mean, the LOD 0 is relatively heavy. So like on these, we wanted to make things really high fidelity, but you can crank it down to LOD 2, 3, and then I think there's a card as well that we rendered. So you can choose your level of detail if you want, and you can kind of work within that. So I wouldn't say use the highest one and then have that on everything and then use LODing. I think you could go through and you could choose a LOD and have that set as the default, and then have maybe it goes down 1 or 2, depending on how far the camera is. I think it's got full LODing, and you can kind of pick how you want to use that. We're going to present it in a way that looks nice in Unity, but once again, LODing is a pretty complex thing. So you really need to kind of experiment with the LODing and find something that works for you. I wouldn't say, use the default. I think LODing is very much a personal choice. So, but yeah, it's in there. So full LODing on everything.
Nice. Will there be a oh my goodness, I can't English. Will there be a procedural world spawner pack for these?
You'll have to ask them. We don't. I mean, I would assume so. They seem to like making spawner packs, but that's probably more a question for them. Yeah, we don't really have anything to do with those spawner packs. So I pestered them about that, and they might be able to produce something there. But once again, there is 3 packs, and they are separate, so that may be something for them to take into consideration. I'm not too sure.
Awesome. Will there be integration with the biomes into Gaia/Gina from procedural worlds, e.g. Nature Spawner Pack and Fantasy Kingdom Spawner
So we
Pack?
used Gina to do a lot of the scene because it's using meshes. I mean, you can use Gina for anything. You can do them with you could paint barrels if you wanted to. So they just work with that anyway. Just because you'd have to do some setup. You'd have to set up your brushes and stuff for that. But it should be fine. We used it for a lot of the scene creation anyway. And then the nature spawner packs, you have to talk to them about that. We don't really have anything. We're not really involved in that part of the process. So that's kind of on them. But I think this stuff's relatively easy to use. You just kind of go in there and you paint what you want. You add some stuff on top. They're not hard to utilize when it comes to nature stuff. You can kind of be quite just smear it on and it looks great. So, but yeah, it should work fine. We've used Gina while we've made this. So yeah, I wouldn't see why it would be a problem if you had Gina to use it on your end.
Awesome. Cool. Will there be animals/characters typical to each biome, or is there a separate pack planned for this?
So the only animals we've got are like the frog, the turtle, like the kind of little fun ones. There will not be animals included in the packs, obviously, because they need animation. So the animation on like the turtle is real basic, right? It just swims in the ocean.
Yeah.
And there will be no characters either. These are just nature packs, just so that we're not wasting time on stuff that people may not need. We're doing like a kind of like a swamp pack. And it's like, well, if we do some horror characters for that are swamp related, but you're making an apocalypse game or you're making a fantasy game, they're probably redundant. We'll be making more characters in the future with the packs we make. If we do another horror pack, we'll have more horror characters. So there won't be a shortage of characters, but they certainly won't be included in this. It's just not worth the the commitment, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
Awesome. And I feel like this one was sort of answered earlier, but I'll do it again. Will the pack include weather-related assets such as snow, dust, leaf, particles, and even more advanced clouds?
So yeah, we've got these clouds which have a cloud shader on them, and we've got the swirly clouds. That's kind of the extent of the clouds, and then we've also got I mean, these have a little bit of animation and vert movement on them, so they're quite cool. And then other particle, it's just the regular stuff, really. There's just like the rain particle. There's the snow particle. You can put snow on the trees and things by turning on the triplanar, and you can project it on. So you can make the scenes winter if you want. But it's like it's all pretty standard stuff. There's nothing too crazy there. We've done particles before. It'll be very similar to what we've done previously. If you really want lots of particles for, say, Unity, Polygon Particle Effects has heaps of good stuff in it. Highly recommend that if you're using Unity.
Yeah, I think that sort of like goes into the next question, whether this will also be available for Unreal.
Yep, gonna try and get that ported to Unreal. Obviously, this is a very complex pack to port over because it's mostly shader based. So we're gonna see what we can do. It needs to be on Unreal. So we are going to work on that. I just don't know how long it's going to take. So good news though, Ancient Empire is ready for Unreal, ready for release. So we'll be releasing that very, very soon for Unreal, whether that's today or Monday or Tuesday, because Monday's public holiday. Haven't quite worked that out, but I'll try and get that out as soon as possible. So the porting for Ancient Empire is done. We've caught up on the porting. We had a few technical issues. That's why Nightclubs and Ancient Empire took so long. But we really want to get those times down as much as possible. So we are going to start porting Nature immediately, and we're going to see. I can't quote on how long it's going to take because I don't know because of the shaders, but we're going to try our best to get it done as soon as possible.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome, honestly. And then do we also tell people when it's going to be released or
on Unity?
Well, yeah, when it's going to come out. Are we going to tell people?
I think we're telling the release date. I mean, we this is this isn't set in stone, but we're basically aiming for the 3rd of October New Zealand time, which is a Monday, which will be on Sunday in the US. So it'll be out very, very soon. This is within the next 2 weeks. So keep an eye out, coming very, very soon.
Not tomorrow.
Not
tomorrow,
sir.
Got
a lot to do, but we'll get there. So yeah.
And we'll plan on doing another live stream as well with the release of the pack. So we'll be able to answer a lot more questions and more technical questions then too.
Yeah.
Which would be awesome.
Absolutely. Yeah. And we can show off the pack as well in Unity. We'll do some demos and things. We'll get the whole team involved. So there'll be lots of Justin can show how he did the frog maybe. There's some cool stuff.
Oh yes. That'd be so cute. Cool. And also just like show the extent of even like tropical with the water, because there's so much happening there. I can't wait for everyone to experience it, honestly. It's going to be so cool. Yeah.
It's going to be really cool. Yeah.
Cool. Is there a plan to do more biomes going forward?
Absolutely. Yep. Got lots of plans. We've got like desert. We want to do desert. There's like alpine with like pine trees and stuff like that. So yeah, absolutely. Lots of plans. They won't be done for a while. We're going to go and do some kind of regular packs again. We're doing another fantasy pack at the moment, but we will be doing more biomes definitely next year. So keep an eye out for those as well.
We're going to go crazy.
Lots of them.
Yeah. Oh, that's going to be good.
The so the tropical one, actually, we've done a really cool screenshot for it. It has there's a really cool like underwater stuff. There's like props underwater, like bubbles and fish and stuff like that. So you can do really cool underwater stuff too with the tropical pack, which is awesome. So very excited to show that too.
Which also like makes me wonder, could they combine that with Ancient Empire and somewhat create a whole underwater empire world?
Like Atlantis
vibe? Yeah, like a fantasy vibe.
Oh my goodness.
Would that be possible?
How cool.
What do you think, Cam?
Yes, I do. It depends on how integrated you'd like it to be, but yes, you could combine.
How would you do it? How would you do the underwater stuff? Like, would you do a volume or something? Like, what would you do to make it look like?
Yeah.
So you could put a caustic shader that casts onto the ground, and then have a blue fog
Yep.
that
There you
goes
go.
off into the distance. That's one way
Yep.
to do it.
Cool.
Beyond that, I know there are some other water shaders you can use to cast light down and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, you'd almost want like some sort of like wobbly refraction or something, eh? Like the whole scene's like wobbly. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Good
if you're
advice, though.
underwater,
Yep.
it wouldn't be necessarily wobbly, but if you're looking
Yeah.
down through the water.
True. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, to like give the
I like-
illusion.
I like cartoon wobbles. We'll just make the whole thing wobbly.
You also want to add like a shader or something to like character clothes or something, so it's all wavy.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's
or
good.
hair
That's
or
good.
whatever. And
I like
Oh,
that.
it's
I like
gonna
this.
be
So there's
so
some
good.
ideas there.
Yeah.
It'd be
Yeah.
quite a cool one, actually.
so
Do that
yes,
for a
you could
screenshot, Jen.
theoretically make Atlantis.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was
Yes.
thinking. If someone could do that, please. Hint,
Yeah, that'd
hint
be good,
to everyone
actually.
out
That'd be
there.
Yeah. It's almost like it'd be kind of cool to see like what people have done. Like they've got their game right, they're working on their game or their project, and then it's like, what does it look like before and after you've added nature biomes? You know, like it's like send us a screenshot of
Yeah.
your game now, and then send us a screenshot of what it looks like after you've added nature biomes and how cool it looks. You know,
Oh yeah, that'd be
Yes,
so
that'd
epic.
we're quite excited
that'd
to see
be
that
awesome.
actually. Yeah,
Maybe we can challenge our Discord community
could do.
to do that for
Might be a good
us.
one. Yeah. If
Oh.
only there was a Stargate. Ha!
I was like, oh no.
I'm gonna say there is a Stargate.
It's
that's
very much a Stargate.
There is very much Stargate. Cam molded
Stargate.
it. Yeah. So there is a
Bloody
Stargate.
hell.
Whatever to Bree, she's gone.
I know. She left the party. She does not like.
Oh.
Hi, Bree.
Oh.
Wow. That was
Stop for a second, but I got it. We're good.
Cool,
that was
perfect.
intense.
Now we've
Somebody said
rearranged.
if only there was a Stargate. And I was like, there is a Stargate. That's so funny.
I wonder who
well,
that person
yeah.
could be.
You'll see it in the trailer. It's really cool. Gotta be a Stargate. Like, come on, what is this? I love Stargate.
Oh goodness. See if there's any questions. Any plans on making Godot? How do you say that? Godot?
Godot. It's Godot.
Godot.
It's
That's the South African of me being like Godot.
no.
No, but you can import the assets into Godot.
Yeah.
And if not, you can also import them into Blender and then import them into Godot in a different format.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't support
Cam's done a little bit of
Blender
research.
directly, but we've got a lot of community who have made videos on how to import our assets into Blender.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
They're fully compatible, you know, they just generally they just work.
FBXs, OBJs.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Cool, yeah, that's a good question. Excellent. So is there anything else?
While you have us.
Yeah, while you have us. Now's the time to ask.
Oh, wait, should we have opened that up to like should we have opened up that can of worms?
I think people can ask. So I guess like it's maybe like after the stream, if people could chuck us some feedback on like which platform you watched it on, what was the quality like, would be really good to hear.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
just maybe in the general chat, just say I watched it on this and it was good, you know, and it'd be really nice to know because we're already seeing there's a lot of people using a lot of different channels here, which is really cool.
Yeah, which is awesome. We do have a couple coming through.
Yeah.
I'm going to start from, is Mike using the stylus grass shader in the background, or have you developed your own GPU grass shader for this pack?
This is we just used Amplify. This is our shader. It's just using Amplify shader. You can certainly, if you've got Amplify, you can jump in there and edit the shader. It's nothing, you know, they're not like outrageous shaders, you know, but they're you know, they do what they need to do and they look really pretty. So yeah, basically just Amplify shader editor, and then you can open it up and edit them if you want. But this is our shader. This is a pretty quick hack, like rush.
I thought it was really cool.
Together. It's like the Windows XP background. I just hacked it together. So I'm not saying it's a perfect scene, but it looks okay.
I don't know how nobody has picked that up and like commented on that because I thought it was pretty damn cool, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm
We've got a
more
question here.
interested
How
in
many?
the fact that Mike looks like Mr. Beast.
Yeah, I need to shave. When I don't shave, I look like Mr. Beast, and then when I shave, I don't. It's like he's quite he's real scraggly. So I need to have a shave.
Yeah, because
Clean
the real
myself up a little
Arcadian
bit.
said you were cosplaying Mr.
Yeah.
Beast.
No, he's cosplaying me. That's what's happening.
Yeah, actually, he
Taking all
stole
your
his look
YouTube
from you.
money.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, I
actually.
definitely need to have a shave. Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe next time, as our title, we should say like Mr. Beast streaming,
Yeah,
talking,
yeah.
like
could do.
bait people.
Yeah, I could pretend to be him, and we might get some like press. People might come along.
Oh yeah, that's actually a good idea.
Yeah. I need to put on an accent.
My marketing brain's working.
Somebody did ask how many total assets are in this one. Now, nature packs are different to normal packs, so a lot less than what you're usually going to see, but that's typical. So I don't know, but it's definitely not in the hundreds. It's more in the tens. Like because of the way that the nature packs work, they rely more on loading. They rely more on variation. You don't need 50 trees in a scene. You can have 3 trees in a scene, and you can't tell they're the same tree. You know what I mean? You can get a lot out of just because of the shapes of trees and the way they work, and because it's all natural.
Just by changing the size, the rotation, and the textures, you can get away with a lot.
Yeah. So it's got enough that you won't need to worry about about things looking repeaty, but not too many that we've wasted time on producing stuff that we didn't need. So the perfect amount would be my answer to that.
The perfect.
Yeah.
Chef's kiss.
Somebody's asking about GLTF formats. No, I don't. There's not a good exporter. Yeah, there's not a good. We use Maya, and there's not a good way to get those out of Maya in a way that works properly. I've done some stuff with them before. It's just not It's just not an easy pipeline. Typically, they'll have the textures merged with the file. It's just not part of something we can do within our pipeline. But there's online converters that can do conversion.
You can again use Blender for that as well.
Yeah. Type into Blender. Yeah.
Okay, we have a lot coming through about the character creator. Still in process.
Still working on it, but it's all behind closed doors, so nothing. Nothing there at the moment. Yeah. but it's being worked on. Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of like this question. Like, what can we expect in the future?
We've got some cool stuff on the go at the moment. We've got, as I said, we're working on another fantasy pack, which will be using modular buildings and all that jam. So we've got that coming out. We're working on it. It's going to take a while to finish it. And then next year we've got heaps of cool stuff planned. We don't want to talk about too much stuff, but we might do some more sci-fi, might do some more urban, we might do some more apocalypse stuff. You just have to stick around and find out. But it's going to be cool. Lots of cool plans.
Oh yeah. Oh, there's heaps happening.
Shameless plug as well. Join the Discord.
Oh.
Hopefully people on Discord, yeah.
Yeah, if you're not on Discord, join the Discord, because that is our main platform for communication. So pretty much Discord will see everything first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The videos will be going on there too after this. We'll be posting them on there. So they'll be, I think they're at 4040p. So they're nice and high res. They'll be posted on there. So that's where you'll get to see them again if you want to see them like not compressed via stream.
And you can rewatch them over and over and over again.
Yeah, exactly. On loop forever.
Oh yeah. Link to Discord. So link should be in our descriptions on the platform that you're watching. If not, Bree, can you post to the chat?
I can.
Please. Thank you.
Okay, cool. That's a good idea. Excellent.
Another jam. Oh hell yeah, we're definitely gonna do that.
Yeah,
but we're not giving away details. You have to join our Discord. And then
the 888, whatever it was, the 8 assets was a great challenge. It was so much fun. So yeah, very cool. It's some good results actually, considering it's 8 assets. It's not many.
Yeah, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I was severely surprised by what came out of it, because I genuinely did not realize what you could do with just using 8 assets.
Yeah.
And people were really creative.
That's pretty cool.
Cool. You people are creative.
Very impressive.
Yeah.
Excellent. Cool. Okay. I think we're pretty good then. I think the test went well. It seems like everyone could ask questions pretty easily, and we will be saving this, and it should be around. I'll leave that to Bree.
Somewhere.
Pick that up. Yeah.
We'll get it
Awesome.
available for everyone to re-watch if needed.
Yeah. Cool.
Easy peasy.
Awesome. This was great.
Awesome.
Thanks
Cool.
for joining
Do
us,
you
everyone.
want to do an outro, Brie? You got like an outro?
I can do a video outro, or I can just do a normal standard outro. I'll do a normal one. But yeah, thank you all for.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
There you do it.
Should I'll
Sorry.
continue?
No, yeah. Good.
Okay. Thank you all for joining. We really, really appreciate you coming in and asking some questions. Viewing the packs, and we enjoy just having you around. Definitely look into joining the Discord because we are super active there. We'd like to chat, and you'll get updates and news and previews and stuff on there as well. And we will post some announcements when we're going to do the next proper live stream when we announce the pack date and all of that, and it's going to be really fun and super exciting.
Hell yeah.
Cool. And we shall see you all next time.
See ya.
See ya.
Goodbye.
Bye.